Good morning, good morning, good morning. Facebook, YouTube, Courtney, okay, and my buddy Furman. Furman did a ride along with me back in 2019, and he came out here to learn from me for the carpet cleaning, and now he's back to learn about the hardwood floors. And he's really serious because why? Furman is from the other part of the country of Washington State, okay? So he flew in the other side. So what we're gonna be doing today, guys, this is a new customer, Becky. I'm out here in Dawsonville, Georgia, around the Cumming, Georgia area. Came out here 2 weeks ago, gave Becky an estimate of her hardwood floors. She just wants, again, to bring the floors back to life. Don't want to sand them, don't want to stain them, just want to bring them back to life. And that's what we're going to do today. So show you guys what we're doing. It's a 928 square feet of solid hardwood floors. What I was just showing Furman, guys, a good way to see if your hardwood floors or solid hardwood floors are engineered. And Furman, I'm going to tell you something. Remember I told you that 9 out of 10, if it's on a slab, it's probably engineered. Yep. Well, this is a slab because they have no basement, but it's solid floors, okay? And the one way I showed Furman, guys, if you take off the air vents, you can see right here, that is a solid piece of floor. There's no layers of it. You can actually see the stain going into the wood. So this is a solid hardwood floor, which means this floor can probably be sanded 4 or 5 times. But the thing about sanding, now Furman, you see this? This is a bad, you see these swirls? Mm-hmm. That lets me know that this floor has been screened before. Yeah. So this is what we're gonna do, but guess what? We don't use a screen. We use a certain type of pad that's meant to not do this. So when I see these swirls in it, either whoever did the floors did a screen, they put it like this, they use a screen. And that's why I don't use screens, because this is what will happen. You'll leave swirls in the floors, which means the only way to take these out, you have to sand the floor. Yep. So show you guys what we're doing. So we're about to start doing our thing. So we got the, you see they moved everything out of the house. Got furniture on the front porch. So we got this area right here, this little hallway, this whole living room, dining room, and the kitchen. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started, come back and show you some results, and stay tuned. All right, guys, so what we're doing now is vacuuming up the dust from the polyurethane. Now, if you look really close at these floors, you see how all the imperfections and all those micro scratches are gone? Yeah. That's what this product does. This process does.
That's amazing.
Yes, sir.
Suction of this vacuum.
Yeah, I know, right? Crazy. All right, guys, we're back. Now, first, I made a mistake. When I did the first part of the video, I said that the customer did not have a basement, but this is a solid hardwood floor. Well, the customer did clarify they do have a basement. Just the way the house is made, by looking at the back porch, it doesn't look like it had, but yes, they do have a basement. So this is why, again, I told Furman 9 times out of 10, if you see a house that sits on a basement, okay, 9 out of 10 is solid floors, and these are solid hardwood floors. So let me show you guys what we've done already. Furman just got through extracting all the dust from the old polyurethane. And if you look really close, you can see the scratches have been minimized on these floors. Okay, here. And if you look really close, you see that big difference? You see that right there? That's because that's what we're doing. We're taking off the old polyurethane to get it ready for new poly. And this has to be done. You cannot put new polyurethane on top of old polyurethane. You gotta abrade the floor and take off the old polyurethane. But you also gotta be careful. If you're a professional getting into this service, you gotta be careful, because even though you're dealing with a low grit paper or pad, if you sit in one spot too long, you can start tapping into the stain, and then you'll start removing the stain. And you don't want to do that on this process, because this is, again, buff, clean, or recoat. This is not sanding. We're just buffing, taking out the old finish, not the stain. All right, guys, so we're going ahead and get back to it. We're going to start cleaning these floors and start laying down the finish, and that way we can come back and show you some amazing results. Stay tuned. Also, too, Furman, if you look really close, if you use the right size pad driver and the right pad, if they're matching, see how good I can go against the edges of the walls? See that? That's going to keep me from doing a lot of hands and knees work.
Okay.
And technically, especially depending on the house, but they recommend that this is done every 3 to 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to maintain the floors. Because again, once that polyurethane starts breaking down, now you just get into the finish. Well, that's when the floor starts becoming hydrated, yep, and absorb so much particles. So the main thing about the polyurethane is to protect the floors. But eventually, just like when we clean carpet, we put Scotch Guard, eventually it's going to wear off. Yep. The same thing with polyurethane. It wears off. So technically, this service, depending on the house, the traffic of the house, every 3 to 5 years. Okay. But this is a maintenance. This is what we're doing, is maintaining the floors. Okay. We're not sanding, we're not refinishing the floors, just maintaining. And this is why people do this, to maintain the floors. Okay. So you got your clean and buff. When I clean and buff it, that's for floors that are like Superman. Let's say like if a customer just had the floors, even this service, they want to have us clean it maybe every once or twice a year. Cleaning is just going to keep all those particles and dirt off the floor, so it doesn't break down the polyurethane so fast. And then we have what we call our clean, buff, and recoat. And then the next step of the up from that is either sand or replace, because every floor can't be sanded. Yeah. right, guys, so now that we have abraded the floors, vacuumed up all the dust from the old polyurethane, now this is one of the most important steps before adding new polyurethane, and that's doing a good cleaning of the floors. Big difference, ain't it?
Oh my lord. It's dry.
Yeah, it's, oh yeah. All right, guys, so again, this is why cleaning the floors is so important after doing this process. Look at this water. Look how dirty this water is. Look at that. Okay, this is why we clean our floors after we abrade the floors, because of this reason. You do not want to put new polyurethane on top of dirty floors. All right, guys, you can see Furman is extracting the last portion of the dust from the polyurethane, okay? So let's show you guys the half that we have done already of putting down the floor finish, and look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. So again, we're gonna go with 2 coats, but you can definitely see the difference. Big difference. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and finish up. Now, after removing this, we're going to go ahead and take this back to the truck, wipe it down, and then we're going to go ahead and do the last portion of cleaning, a little tacking around the edges, and then start finishing, adding finish to the rest of the floors. Stay tuned. Let me show you something. So we're done with the buffing and the cleaning. Now we're putting down the first coat of powder. You can walk on it.
Okay.
Look how much better those floors look.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
You see that? Now let me show you over here. See how it was really worn? Now just be careful to stop. Just come on right through here. Look at that area right there. See how that, look how it's filling that in.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing.
So you see why I say you don't have to always sand the floors?
Yeah.
Buff it, clean it, recoat it, make these floors look amazing. And this is just the first coat. So the second coat is always gonna look better.
Wow.
Yep.
This is great.
Thank you, Becky.
Are you gonna fill this hole then?
Yes, ma'am. We're gonna do that before I put down the second coat. We wanna add some wood filler to those, try to fill those up, and then put down the second coat.
Why do you think that ever, I mean.
Just rotten wood. This is why it's so important to clean the floors and keep them maintained, because the floors actually starts to dry. They dry. So when you clean them and keep them maintained, it basically keeps the floors hydrated. 'Cause you have to remember, this is wood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yes, ma'am.
So is there.
All right, guys, look at these incredible results. All right. So this is after the second coat and doing a few touch-ups. Floors look unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yep, we got that triangle out for me. All right, guys, we are done. I'm about to go do 2 estimates. Thank you guys again. See you in the next one.